Hello, this is Matthew Miller from the Nokia Expert site. It's been a while since I've done a video review, but this application that happened to have now come onto the S60 5th edition platform is something that really requires a video, and it's tough to show just in screenshots and some writing. So what you see here, if you're a Windows Mobile fan, you will recognize this. This is SPB Mobile Shell 3.5 from SPB Software. Now, they've been creating this mobile shell application utility for several years on Windows Mobile platform, and I was pretty excited to see it launch on the Symbian platform. And what this does is, we'll take a walk through, is it completely updates and gives you a fresh user interface to your device and applications and contacts and a bunch of other functionality. Okay, so I'll try to explain this. It can get kind of confusing because there's so much in this application. What we'll start out with is a couple main things. This first thing that you see here is the layout. Now, there's a couple different layouts. There's a lifestyle layout and a professional layout. Now, if we tap over here, we'll see there's an option for edit layout. If I tap on, option for settings, I believe. There we go. So on the settings, it has settings for the home screen. As you can see here, layouts. So it has professional, lifestyle, and both. I've got both set up, and I'll show you why in a second here. But you can then go and customize the layout. So it says page count in the professional layout is 1, lifestyle is 3, and then you can customize what the different launcher button and contacts button does. As you can see here, if we tap, it gives me SPB menu, remember last used. It gives you a bunch of different options for how you want to set up. I mean, this application has so much customization, it can be overwhelming. So quickly, let's look at this is the lifestyle layout. What you'll see is I've got set up for, I believe it's 5 home screens. So we just slide our finger over. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And what you can see is that each of these home screens are fully customizable. This one happens to have a calendar, calendar and date. If we tap on there, you can set up your alarms, and then simply tap that arrow here to go back. You've got a wireless manager widget, which is very nice to have on there. Bluetooth, phone, Wi-Fi, flight mode. Real simple toggles between everything. And for things like that, you actually just tap outside the box to go back. You know, there's a volume or a profile button, the weather, we can see the weather, and this is all built into SPB Mobile Shell. Current conditions in Seattle, forecast for Seattle. And remember, one thing that you can get lost in is that through a lot of these different applications, tapping on the left usually gets you back. Tapping on the right opens up menus that is context sensitive to that particular display. So as you can see, it gives me weather settings, so I can change when to update, the type of speeds, things that are going on. And if we tap it, you can also see you can change your city, update, different things like that, and then always go back. So you'll see there's a lot of these right menus are changing throughout this entire application. Other things you can see, these widgets here tell me if there's email, text messages, phone calls. There's some contact information there. I won't tap on them because it'll open up the contact details for those particular contacts. I'll show you some of that in a minute. And then if we scroll over right, what I've done here is I've set up, and if I tap and hold, I believe I can, there we go, edit, right? So you can go add, and then we can go add widgets, and you know, one of the first widgets is shortcut, which is a shortcut to an application. These are all the widgets that are included: battery, backlight, current date, agenda, bunch of different widgets included. And then you would lay it out, you could move these around, completely customize it to your, I mean, I think there's probably no two SPB Mobile Shell devices that look the same because there's so much customization. As you can see, there's another blank screen. And some of these widgets, like say we tap on this one with the camera, it's a media widget. So what they've done is they've congregated all of the S60 or the Symbian S60 media applications into one quick interface for you. This one is a application launcher one. This one here is a contact one, text message, email. Okay, this one is a simple file manager. Okay, so that's the home screen. Let me see if there's any. There's another type of weather widget, some alarms, calendar widget. So that's the widgets you can customize. And if we jump back, settings. So page count, right? There was 1, 3, or 5. That's what I showed you was a 5-page layout in the lifestyle. Now, okay, so that's this. Now we go over to the right. There's add a widget, edit the layout, show the home screen. What this does, if you tap on that, it goes back to your traditional Symbian S60 interface. Okay. I'll jump back into Mobile Shell. So it's easy to jump back out of Mobile Shell if you don't particularly want to be using it. Want to jump back into Symbian. And we go over here. We can change the background. We can choose, the picture file, local gallery, online catalog. So you can choose different background. I just picked one here for this particular device. And you can toggle between the other layouts because I have both. Now another way to toggle between layouts, I'll get there in a second. Sorry. Another thing we can do, these two things in the middle, contacts, right? So this is kind of my speed dial, and this was another way to look at your email contacts. Now if I'll tap on my work, and please don't call them up. So if you tap on a contact, you'll see there's a bunch of different ways you can send them SMS, send MMS, call that phone number. Different ways to communicate with that particular person appear when you tap on that, and you can add more favorites and things like that. And then if we tap on Launcher, this opens up a completely different area. So there's the main layout, there's the widgets, and then there's the launcher. So this is the launcher here, and what we can see is there's recently used, there's some favorites up here. If I tap on this one, this organizes applications again by areas. There's the programs, multimedia, organizer. We tap on organizer, contacts, calendar, or calendar tasks and notes. Tools opens up a bunch of different tools. So these are all, that's all the program files. These are all areas that are set up, and then they SPB automatically throws these in there. If you tap on settings here, you can go more settings and customize even more of your device. So there are kind of some buried settings in there, and you just have to play around with it and find out what you like. All right. Okay. Let's go back out. Now that's all the buttons pretty much except for this one here. So we tap on this one. This is the other area. So we have, to keep this straight, we have the main layout, which is either lifestyle or professional. We have, and in that layout, there's customized widgets and things like that. Then we have the contacts and launcher at the bottom. We've got the right menu, and now we've got the carousel. So this is the 3D carousel, and what this does is it lets you rotate around through a bunch of different screens that happen to be within this particular lifestyle layout. So as you can see, you can flip through all these, and what's nice is these are live, right? So if they're updated, they'll be updated here as you scroll through this carousel, which is kind of a neat little deal. Now here we see there's the professional home. So this is one way to switch to professional. There's lifestyle, which we were looking at, and I can switch to professional by tapping there. I can also go back here. Once I have both enabled, I swipe up. Now we have the professional. And as you can see, I can't go right or left because on my professional setup, I currently set it up for one single screen. The widgets are a little bit different. You can come in here. Again, you can customize things the way you want. It's just if you wanted an easy way to switch between completely different layouts. Now, before we're done, I also wanted to just show you that landscape is fully supported in this application. So we can scroll up, and you'll see the way that it reorganizes automatically. And we scroll right and left to go through the different 5 pages in this particular lifestyle layout. Okay, let's go to the carousel and see if that is supported in, oops, tapped it twice. So as you can see, the carousel is also supported in landscape mode, and your menus of course are as well. So at first it can seem a bit daunting because there is so much functionality. There's a couple areas that even after using it for a while that will be kind of hidden in the menus down deeper, but overall very functional. And once you get it down, understanding there's a layout, There's some customization you can do, and there's the 3D carousel. Gets to be a pretty nice way to get a fresh device without having to buy a new device and have a different interface than the standard Symbian interface. Thanks for watching.